Peppa Pig's animators just pulled off the most hilarious magic trick in animation history, making objects vanish, teleport, and completely defy the laws of physics, and millions of viewers never even noticed. The chaos starts in dressing up, where Peppa and George raid their parents' wardrobe for some innocent dress-up fun. But this episode delivers an animation error so absurd, it rewrites the basic principles of how makeup works. Peppa slaps on bright red lipstick while strutting around in Mummy Pig's dress, fully embracing her grown-up transformation. The lipstick stays perfectly applied as she parades through multiple scenes, clearly visible and adding to her adorable attempt at being an adult. But here's where reality completely collapses. When Peppa removes the dress, the lipstick vanishes instantly from her face. Not gradually, not with any smearing or wiping motion, it literally disappears the moment the fabric leaves her body. Unless that dress was somehow enchanted with magical makeup-removing properties, this defies every known principle of cosmetics and common sense. Lost Keys creates one of the most impossible water mysteries in animation history. The Pig family's mountain adventure goes sideways when Daddy Pig drops their car keys straight down a street drain. Because of course he does. They buy a fishing rod to hook the keys out, but the line's too short to reach them. So Mrs. Rabbit tosses a stone down the drain to check how deep it goes. Listen closely. You hear a clear splash sound when the stone hits bottom.
6.
Proving there's definitely water down there. This audio evidence becomes crucial because it establishes the drain's environment. There's definitely water down there, making the key retrieval mission more complex and urgent. The splash sound is unmistakable and provides vital context for understanding the situation's difficulty. Mr. Potato's Christmas show features the most impossible display of teleportation ever captured in children's television. A brown cat sitting directly in front of Peppa somehow instantaneously relocates to the front row when Madame Gazelle announces the show's beginning, no movement animation, no explanation, just pure magic. But it gets more ridiculous. When Pedro Pony goes to the bathroom, two characters completely vanish from their seats the moment he passes by. When Pedro returns, the brown cat teleports back to its original position behind Peppa, then immediately jumps to the front row again. This cat is essentially performing a transportation magic show while everyone watches Mr. Potato, creating the most unintentionally hilarious continuity error sequence in television history. Before we continue further, make sure to hit that subscribe button, or you might disappear into Peppa's world. Episode Kylie Kangaroo gives us the world's most magical muddy puddle. This thing changes size whenever it wants to. When Peppa shows Kylie how to jump in muddy puddles, the puddle is tiny. Perfect size for two kids to splash around. Nothing weird about it. But then more characters want to join the fun. Suddenly, the puddle starts growing. No extra water, no rain, just pure magic. Each new character makes it bigger, like the puddle is reading their minds and expanding on demand. The transformation becomes so dramatic that what started as a small depression in the ground becomes a substantial water feature capable of accommodating multiple families simultaneously. The puddle essentially multiplies its surface area and depth to meet the story's requirements, defying every known principle of hydrology and groundwater behavior. The same episode delivers another impossible feat when the entire pig family greets the kangaroo visitors outside their home. The initial scene clearly establishes Peppa and George standing directly in front of their parents. This creates a family formation that should remain stable throughout the interaction. When the camera zooms in to focus on Peppa and George's excited reactions to meeting their new friends, Mummy and Daddy Pig completely disappear from the frame. Not partially obscured, not moved to different positions, completely absent as if they never existed in the first place. Episode Bouncy Ball showcases what might be the most agriculturally impossible phenomenon ever animated, involving fruit trees that operate under completely different biological principles than anything found in nature. During the football game scene, 4 trees are clearly visible in the background, each loaded with abundant fruit that adds natural beauty to the playground setting. The fruit is prominently displayed and establishes these as productive, healthy trees that enhance the episode's outdoor atmosphere. Within seconds of establishing this fruit-filled environment, every single piece of fruit vanishes simultaneously from all 4 trees. No wind, no animals, no logical explanation for this mass fruit disappearance that would make agricultural scientists question everything they know about plant biology. But the impossibility doesn't end there. When Rebecca Rabbit scores her goal, all the fruit magically reappears on the trees as if nothing had happened. The trees essentially reset themselves to their original fruit-bearing state, suggesting they operate on some sort of cyclical fruit production system that responds to dramatic sporting events. School Camp introduces viewers to what appears to be the world's first mood-responsive camping equipment that changes colors based on unknown criteria. Peppa's backpack becomes the star of this continuity confusion, defying every known principle of fabric dye and manufacturing consistency. The episode begins with Peppa wearing a clearly purple backpack as she arrives at the camping location. The color is distinctly established through multiple camera angles, creating a definitive visual reference that should remain constant throughout the adventure. However, when Peppa begins setting up camp with Susie, her backpack has mysteriously transformed into a bright red color. No explanation, no changing sequence, just an instant color transformation that would make chameleons envious of this camping gear's adaptive abilities. Episode Ice Cream reveals what might be the most disastrous customer service failure in animated television history, involving Peppa's complete inability to fulfill simple ice cream orders despite operating what appears to be a straightforward frozen dessert distribution system. But something unusual happens here. Susie asks for raspberry ice cream. Mandy wants blueberries, simple orders that any ice cream seller should nail easily. But Peppa completely messes it up. Susie gets a mint instead of a raspberry. Mandy receives a strawberry instead of a blueberry. And here's the kicker. Zoe Zebra ends up with a blueberry ice cream even though she never ordered anything at all. Episode Tidying Up showcases the most impossible room expansion ever animated. Peppa's bedroom starts out normal-sized, just a regular kid's room with typical dimensions that make sense for an actual house. But when Daddy Pig steps into the room to check on the cleaning and accidentally lands on a toy car, reality completely breaks down. As he slides across the floor, Peppa's cozy bedroom is transformed into an indoor skating rink in seconds. The transformation is so extreme that what was previously a cozy children's bedroom becomes something resembling an aircraft hangar, with Daddy Pig sliding for distances that would be impossible in any normal residential setting. When Daddy Pig enters the room to check on the cleaning progress and accidentally steps on a toy car, the room's dimensions suddenly expand dramatically. As he slides across the floor, the bedroom transforms into what appears to be a vast indoor space, more suitable for roller skating than sleeping. Episode Playgroup Star delivers the final impossible feat involving artwork that moves independently around classroom walls without any human intervention. The school's portrait gallery operates under supernatural principles that would revolutionize art display technology if applied to real-world museums. Initially, the classroom wall displays several children's drawings in a specific arrangement: a butterfly picture, a carrot drawing, and a small tractor positioned at the top of the display area. This configuration is clearly established and provides a stable reference point for understanding the classroom's artistic decoration system. However, when Daddy Pig finally receives his star for his childhood dragon drawing, the entire artwork arrangement has mysteriously reorganized itself. The tractor drawing has relocated to a position directly below the butterfly, while the carrot picture has moved to a completely different section of the wall. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden animation secrets, make sure to check out our other videos where we expose the mysteries lurking in your favorite shows. You'll never watch children's television the same way again.